探戈杂谈室。
Ni vos ni yo supimos cuál se perdió, ni donde el bien y el mal tuvo un día final y otro día comenzó。
嗨，大家好，欢迎回来探戈杂谈室。这个也是我们这个探戈杂谈室最想要做的事情。好，那就是可以借由邀请不同的来宾来跟我们聊关于探戈的这些可能是不为人知的小秘密，这样。好，那今天这个来宾是我好几年前，应该是2017还是2016的时候，借着那个 Agnes 跟 Derrick 老师，他们到台湾之后安排来台中，跟我们一起上了几堂的 workshop 的老师。那今天邀请的是女老师 Ayano 老师。Let's welcome Ayano。Hello， Hi， konnichiwa。So Ayano, could you introduce yourself for our audience?
Okay. Hi, my name is Ayano. I'm from Japan. I live in San Francisco now. I started tango in 2005 when a year after I moved to San Francisco when I had no friend. And since then I made all my friends. Tango changed my life. And now I quit my original job. The reason why I came to San Francisco for, it's been 10 years already. And now I dedicate my life teaching and DJing and sharing the love for tango with people here and also around the world as well. We are few still. And you know how people say, oh, you have to be an Argentinian to feel the tango. That's not true.
Yeah,
it's not true at all. Also, just because they're Argentinian, not necessarily they don't know everything about tango.
Yeah.
They could.
Yeah,
but
they
you
could
be interested.
Yeah.
And before there was a language barrier, but since there are so many translations, majority of the songs that we dance to in a milonga, they're all translated. So if you put an effort, just Google it, which is like Google it, you can find it. Maybe you don't understand as you're listening to it, but you can already read it.
Yeah.
Once you read it, you know, when you hear the music, it will come to you, you know?
Yeah.
It will come to you. It's like, oh, this is the song about the kid who wanted to be a soccer star. I remember, you know, and then once you know the story, like your dancing change, certain songs, not all lyrics are great.
Yeah.
But there are songs that has amazing stories. Once you know whether it resonates with you or you empathize with that story, or maybe you pick a certain phrase or certain scenery that is so beautiful, you would change, I think, everybody's dancing. And it's really definitely worth digging into.
So when you do your class, you also talk about this every time with your students?
Not every time, but every now and then when there's a chance, I do incorporate that in the class.
Nice.
It's really cool to see how people's eye open, no? Like, wow, like that surprise that I also had.
Yeah.
The first time. And they're like, oh my God. And then later when we do these classes, and then after that, we're in a milonga hanging out. Like, what's the song? You know, they know.
So
Because
nice.
once they listen, they will never forget. It's really awesome. Really
that's
awesome.
very nice. Wow. Let's see if I can try something once a while with my students.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, make them participate, like, or pick a song, like make them pick a song that they like, and then make them research it and what they thought the song was about. It will be very interesting.
When my students start the beginner course with me, in the middle of the course, I will ask them to have a music homework, and they have to listen to one song they like, and after many times that they were very familiar with the melody. So I will ask them to with the melody, with to me, and I also ask them to translate the title of the song, and also use the Google Translator for the lyrics and see how it talks about. Yes, and after the homework, usually the students will say, "Oh, that's very nice. I like this song more." Just the melody thing. Yeah, so I think it's a very worthwhile thing to do. So, yeah. And do you have your favorite lyrics in tango music?
That's so difficult. I know you asked me that.
Yeah.
But but it's very interesting because I also asked this to many other visiting teachers, for example.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anybody who could say, this is my favorite lyrics, because there are so many.
Yeah.
It's not like there's only one song that is really great, So, and it also changes.
Yeah.
But it's more like when you're in the milonga, when you start hearing, it's like you're watching like 1,000 movies, because each song is only 3 minutes, but it's like each one is like a movie, or entire novel, right? So in the course of 1 hour, which is like 5 tandas for 20 songs, right? And if it's a 3-hour milonga, that's like 60 songs, like that's a lot of songs that you're going through.
Yeah.
And every now and then it flashes. It's like, oh, this is the one that is so awesome. And it's not like you can pick one. One of the songs that I really liked always is called Recién. Just Now. We didn't translate this song. This is one of our friends, Derrick Del Pilar, who was actually studying Latin American studies and English, like dual major. That's why he's like a perfect person to translate in Spanish from Argentinian to English. And he translated this song. It's like, it's not that I resonate with this, because not necessarily it had happened to me. It's not my life story, but it's very emotional, the way the Podesta sing, and also how Lawrence accompanies the music is so emotional. So I really liked it. It was very, very, very emotional to me. The sound already felt like it was squeezing my heart like this. And then I see it's about a guy who come back and regretting, Today, just now, I bring my life close to you again, hiding all my failures, concealing all my wounds. Today, as I find the protection of your steady hands, just now I realize that it hurts me to know I've done you wrong. So he's regretting the things that he did before. I was younger then and had a careless heart. Down the streets of deceit, it tumbled and stumbled. You loved me so, so much that your sadness wore me down. And rather than listen to your weeping, I chose not to see you anymore. Today, as I return, I thought you'd scorn me by forgetting me. Instead, I only find the punishment of all your forgiveness. So the person, I am not sure if it's a girlfriend or if it's a mother. Sometimes the line is kind of blurry in Argentinian stories, because for Argentina, the ultimate lover is the mother, because that's the ultimate love, unconditional love. That's also what they look for. Though there are a lot of tangos that talk about that. But I like this, they talk about this hand that is so serene, and we also touch in the tango, when we are dancing tango, and I think of the sensation of the hand, and how touching the hand, and the person is forgiving, the theme of forgiveness, and that hurts him more, that he is now regretting all the things that he did. And instead of being rejected, that the person actually accepted him, I forgive you.
Mm.
The person was waiting for him, that he will someday realize and come back again. I think it's so beautiful. It's one of the best. It's one of my favorite songs, and including the lyrics, like it actually enhanced my feeling for this song.
I think we should play this song right now.
Recién vuelvo otra vez a tu lado con mi vida, escondiendo los fracasos, ocultando las heridas, y hoy al encontrar la protección de tus manos tan serenas, recién siento que me apenas saber que te hice mal. Tenía menos años y el corazón imprudente por calle del engaño rodó torpemente. Me amabas tanto y tanto que me cansó tu tristeza, y por no escuchar tu llanto preferí no verte más. Protección de tus manos tan serenas, recién siento que me apenas saber que te hice mal.
So lovely. One thing I enjoy the lecture so much is you also collect lots of material to support the visual of the lyrics.
Yeah, it's different, no? One thing is hearing, and then to see it, no? I wanted to, even the pictures that I show, for example, in the introduction, there were some pictures. They are the how do you say, like a cover photo or cover graphics of tango scores. In the beginning of century, tangos were not recorded. They were publishing the scores, so regular people will buy it and they can play it on the piano so they can hear the songs. No, that's how they were consumed. And then the recording technology developed, and there were recordings. At the same time, also the scores were there, no? But those visuals, those graphics are great because it also reflects the time. And so I like to use those materials or paintings from the time when the tangos were written, no? As much as I could.
Yes. So touching. Okay. Okay, I think that's almost the end of our podcast right now. Then after this poetry project, do you have anything else to do? in the next?
I don't know. I want to really. I'm a little bit obsessive compulsive, so I want to finish translating all the songs.
All the songs.
Almost all, but like all the songs that we dance to.
Oh.
When we started, the challenge was that majority of the translation were Gardel songs, and Gardel sang a lot of great songs, Carlos Gardel, and a lot of them also were re-recorded by many of the dancing orchestras. But there were many others that we danced to all the time, super famous songs that were not translated at all. Like those people didn't care to translate, and that it mattered to us, the songs that we danced to, we wanted to know that. So we are still in the process of finishing it at the same time. And I want to do more in-person lecture to introduce that there's such a rich world that we can enjoy. So every time I go DJ at a marathon or teach at a festival, or even when we go teach workshop in different communities, I try to find an opportunity to do a lecture or incorporate it into the class about this world of tango, because tango has 3 pillars: dancing, music, and poetry. Each equally important and support each other, enriches each other. So, for example, I'm going to Victoria in Canada next spring, and they were like, so what would you like to say? And it's like, well, how about I introduce several tangos about family, because it's something that everybody can relate to. Already did one in DC like a year ago about tangueros, about us who are really tango aficionados. For example, the song that I introduced earlier about Danza Maligna, dance, I talk about that, and many other tangos that talk about tango dancers. So I'm going to do one about family, and I want to do more of these, so we all awaken. And one day I want to see a day when they say they cannot say anymore, oh, they won't understand because they're not Argentinians, because we all who love and care about tango can access the inside of the content of the tango poetry. Yes, sure, we don't speak Spanish like you do, but we all love tango.
Yeah.
And if we put effort, we can get ourselves closer. And then I think the boundary can be less. That's my goal.
Oh. Then how much percentage do you think you have done already?
I think we've done quite a lot. Like I try to DJ also every now and then. It's a lot of work. But to do an entire milonga with the lyrics projection, also lyrics and translation projection. Right now, I'm looking for a programmer. Right now, I'm doing everything manually. So I'm making slides, like thousands of pages of slides, and I'm scrolling manually to match the song, the music, the speed of the music in order to match. So it's a lot of work, but I do it. And every time I do that kind of DJing with the VJing, most songs are already done. Every time it's very, very few songs that I would have to make a new translation for each projection. So we're close. Problem is we're so busy right now with dancing and teaching and traveling. I don't have enough time to dedicate myself to finish all this project. There are a lot of things that I want to do. But I need another lockdown for
No. It's a very nice talk today. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's nice to see you like this. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, long time. Okay, we have to close today.
Okay.
今天非常感谢Ayano可以上我们的探戈杂谈室一起来聊探戈的歌词。 就像老师刚刚说的，我们现在是已经有被启发，然后感受到探戈歌词的美丽之处，所以老师现在非常努力的在把所有常跳的探戈全部都翻译出它的歌词，希望老师可以速速的完成这项工作，真的是非常的不容易。很期待更多人跟我们一样，可以感受到探戈歌词的美好，因为就像老师刚刚说的，舞蹈、音乐跟歌词三方都是一起影响彼此的，就跟当初探戈音乐的发展跟舞蹈的发展其实也是息息相关，因为这个就是我们人的感受呈现出来的成果这样子。好，那后续大家可以再去看老师以前在那个疫情期间开的课程，老师有把它录下来，大家都可以慢慢的去一边听一边看，因为老师真的每一篇都是呕心沥血的去找相关的画面，然后把它放到他的 PPT 上面，然后搭配那些歌词，真的看的是非常非常感动这样。所以 Okay, so thank you very much, Ayano. I enjoyed today very, very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tosha.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.